Morning, folks. Come on here. Yes. How are we all? Hope you're all doing well. Currently, I am wearing the modern Mackenzie tartan. I have several Mackenzie tartans, the ancient Mackenzie being my absolute favourite tartan of all time. I think you've seen it actually. I have, can you see this? My kilt pin today is the grouse foot. Very fetching, I'm sure you'll agree. Now, I'm drinking tea because I've had one hell of a night on the whiskey. Yeah, I promised Mrs. Kilt-Man, no, I'm not going to go out tonight. No, I've got videos to do for YouTube. Yes, I promise you, I am not going out straight from work. I am not going to spend a fortune in Liverpool drinking whiskey and being wild. No, I won't. I promise you. So what did I do? I went out straight from work and drank whiskey and was wild. And this morning, I've woken up ahead of my hangover. The hangover I can see looming on the horizon. It's there, it's got my name all over it. So, I'm drinking tea. And I can't really taste it either. But anyway, I thought to try and bring myself back into the world and try to keep a bit of that wildness that I had last night, and carry it forth into the next day. I would play some Rambo. Rambo First Blood Part 2. There he is, the big boy himself, John Jay, fighting a war that someone else lost, And this is Rambo First Blood Part 2. And Jerry Goldsmith scored the first 3 Rambo movies. Sadly, he can't score anymore because he died. Damn it. But and what glorious action, scores they are, unparalleled. He would bring full orchestral work into it. He would bring strong themes. He would bring sizzling electronics and synthesized embellishments. Pure action music at its absolute rawest and most adrenalized and most exciting. Pounding, insistent, and people always say that John Williams, who scored the Raiders of the Lost Ark movies, that he taught Indy how to run, how to move, how to duck, how to punch, when to do certain things, because the music would announce when he had to do certain things. But Jerry Goldsmith is the absolute grandmaster of action music. In fact, of pretty much all types of genre music, he is an unparalleled maestro. And we miss him. So this is to try to, kickstart my day with a bit of Rambo heroics. So I shall have a swig a bit of this. And we will zoom on to some great stuff. Now, you all know the movie, of course you do. John Jay has been imprisoned after the events of First Blood. He's then given one shot at freedom, Go back to Vietnam, go back to the prison camp that you escaped from, and see if there's prisoners there. Because we believe that the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese are still holding, American POWs. So go forth and find them. But if you do find them, don't do nothing, because we can't risk anything actually happening. And that camp, by the way, is meant to be empty because, there's meant to be no prisoners there. So this is all a political fucking, charade. So please don't find anything. And if you do, don't rock the boat. You're sending Rambo, a one-man army, into hell, the hell he escaped from. He can now get revenge and win a war that someone else lost. And you expect him not to rock the boat? Holy shit! Of course, he finds POWs. He tries to rescue one. He's betrayed by the CIA and shady government, special ops. Poor old Troutman has to watch as his beloved Rambo, the guy that he trained, is left behind. But Rambo isn't going to stay behind for long. Oh no. And this time he's going to wage a massive war. He's going to take out not only the Viet Cong, but the bloody Russians who were there as well. The Russians. Stallone had a real sort of hate campaign against the Russians during the 80s. I mean, this was released, Rambo First Blood Part 2, also came out the same year as Rocky 4, where he fought as Rocky Balboa, Ivan Drago, Russia's greatest, love machine, boxing machine. And Stallone had a real thing. Even Rambo 3, he went to Afghanistan and fought the Russians again and kicked their ass, good style. So anyway, we're going to go on to, this is the track Bowed Down. Rambo hot-footing it through the jungle, and he's come down by a waterfall, and this nasty bastard of the VC officer, he's got his gun on him. In fact, he's got a machine gun on him, an AK-47, but he's a terrible shot. He's like, he's missing Rambo by fucking miles, and Rambo just ducked behind a rock. He kind of realises, shit, this guy can't shoot for shit. Gets up, slowly gets an arrow out, one of his explosive tipped arrows. You actually see him pack, I think, 3 into his little box, but he fires more than that. We can only presume he had another box tucked away somewhere. And this guy fucking throws the AK-47 down, gets out his automatic, blam, 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 but he's even a worse shot with that. Rambo takes aim, and this guy runs further back. You can't hit me from that range, but I still can't hit you either. And then Rambo fires. Whoop! Blows this guy to fucking smithereens. And if you look closely, you can actually see his boots are left on this fucking big boulder with smoke coming out of them. Awesome. Let's play it. And it's I'll turn the music up. It's awesome. This guy's and Rambo just takes his time. Bullets are pinging off the rocks. And then one of them crazy Russian gunships, big massive helicopter, fucking rockets either side of it, like a huge big bumblebee, comes over the waterfall. Rambo sees it. It's got a big canister bomb, which it drops. Stallone does that slow-mo run. Massive explosion behind him, and as he's running, dives over into the water. They're firing an M60, the door gunner, into the water. But Rambo does an amazing leap out of the water. Unless he's actually on shallow ground there and he can jump up, how do you get purchase underwater? Anyway, he leaps up, pulls the guy out, gets in the helicopter, has a massive fight with this Russian torturer who actually, electrocuted Rambo in an earlier sequence, to try and interrogate him. It's a great sequence. They're rolling round. He's got Rambo's head out the door, and they're zipping right above the treetops, the canopy of the jungle. Of course, it's got fucking landing struts on it, and so his head's not going to really hit those. He's got him by the throat, and then Rambo gets him by the throat, and he goes, ha 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 ha. Rambo fucking throws him out. And then with that, and that is the official Rambo First Blood 2 knife, the mission knife. I've done a video on it. Gets the knife out like that, and the helicopter pilot just goes, fuck this, and jumps out. As you do. You'd rather face a rocky demise than this. So Rambo is now, he's got control of his gunship, and he knows where he's going to go. Back to that prison camp. He's going to blow the shit out of everything. So this track now is Village Attack. And helicopter fight. He's got rockets all over this thing, machine guns. He just, miraculously, he blows up every shack, every building in this camp, except for the cages that are holding the prisoners. Brilliant aiming mechanism he's got. Very strategic eye. VC and Russians getting blown all over the place. Loads of things blowing up. one great moment, you see a Jeep, and there's a guy, and there's a Russian stood next to it. Rambo goes, "Rah!" Just blows it up like, "Oh!" He's got the M60, he's landed, he's got the M60 now off the side of the helicopter. If you watch that sequence closely, as he's running around shooting Russians and all that, like in DC, Stallone falls over. You don't see the fall, you see the beginning of the fall. He's running, and he, just out of shot, he takes a plunge into quite a big sort of hole in the ground. Did hurt himself. What happened then? Shoots the lock off the cages. Starts leading them all out. One sly Soviet is there on the ground, playing possum. Reaches for his AK. Gets up. And instead of shooting the big muscle-bound guy with the M60 who could fly helicopters and kill entire armies, instead of shooting him, he shoots an unarmed man in the back. This guy takes the bullet. Rambo turns around. Pure macho heroism, isn't it? How can you go wrong with this? So he's got the prisoners on board. He's going to fly back to the American base just over the border with those fucking pesky, backstabbing, betraying CIA agents. Led by Murdoch. Lightning. I'm coming to get you. So he's in this helicopter, and then an even bigger fucking helicopter. One of the massive nuclear fucking things with the big Russian, Steven Berkoff plays him. I am Lieutenant Colonel Butovsky. He's flying it, and he's a bastard. And they have a dogfight. Little helicopter versus big fucking helicopter. And it's a brilliantly choreographed sequence. Brilliantly stuff. Yeah. Hello! I'm recording! Bloody hell. You try to be professional, but you're working with idiots. We'll sort them out in a moment. Kilt-Man'S life. It's plagued, I tell you. I'm surprised the dog hasn't come running in to attack me as well. Just can't get the staff, can you? So they're still weaving in and out. One of the prisoners has manned the gun. Man the gun! And he takes out the Russian door gunner as well. Great shot. Rockets going off. Their helicopter's been hit. Smoke billowing out. He's spinning round. What am I going to do? Smoke everywhere. Lieutenant Colonel Butovsky can't see Sly. He's landed in the lagoon. So he comes down for the kill. Rambo plays dead. Then, the fucking rocket launcher. Luckily he manages to shoot through the hole in the windshield and not blow themselves up. And it hits this Russian nuclear helicopter. Just as he's about to hit the button and blow Rambo up. Rambo, you've saved the day. But you put us in a very awkward position. Because not only did you disobey orders, you found prisoners and you brought them back. This is the lift-off to go back to the American camp. Rambo's theme. This is a bit of tension because is the helicopter going to make it? There's smoke billowing out. It's like, oh, it's jitterbugging through the air. Of course, Rambo, glad you made it. As he lands back, the guy that left him behind. So Rambo just clubs the M60 into him. Then in the face, takes him down. And then he storms into where Murdoch's command centre, the headquarters, which you've seen previously, full of all what in the 80s was high-tech equipment, surveillance equipment, and a whole crew of technicians working on it. As hard as it may seem to believe, Rambo, all this is for you. Rambo looks around. Don't try the blood and guts routine, this is, it's high-tech now. Let technology do the job for you. And Rambo says, I've been led to believe that the brain is the best weapon. Before going in and using his brawn and his muscles to kill everybody. I think, folks, you'll agree, this is tremendous music. If you can hear it with me yattering over it, I'm going try to bring the film to life for you, to put you in the picture. Rambo, what mean expendable? It's kind of late. You get invited to a party. You don't go. Nobody cares. Doesn't matter. And then he went on to make several films called The Expendables. How fate works. That is a tremendous weapon. As I say, I did a big video on all the Rambo knives ages ago. Do please search it out. There you go, that is fabulous bit of kit. Just Rambo marching in. The famous scene where he shoots all those computer screens and all the terminals with a never-ending supply of bullets. If you look at that scene, I mean, I'm nitpicking, where he shoots everything. You see that ammunition belt. It actually, he runs out of ammo several times in that sequence, and then miraculously it grows again. But it's a great sequence. Fucking throws it, and then slams the blade into the desk. He's got Murdoch by the throat. You know there's more men out there. Find them, or I'll find you. And then he slams that. So poor Murdoch's like that, and the truss next to his head, and he's like, awesome stuff. Jerry Goldsmith at his most electrifying. I've said it many times, imagine being in the orchestra playing, those action cues. It must be so tremendously exciting. The brass, the strings, surging with adrenaline. And sometimes, of course, they're watching the movie scenes are playing on a massive big screen, not all the time, but a lot of the time. They're scoring, the music to the appropriate scenes, which has got to help. Clearly it's got to help. Fantastic. And this, of course, is the epitaph, Troutman. Rambo, how will you live? Day by day. Rambo, with that fantastic physique on him, looks awesome in this movie. He's not actually that big. He's much bigger in Rambo 3 when he's brutish. He's absolutely a fucking ogre in that, but ripped to hell. He's slimmed down, but every muscle is pumped up, and yet there's not 1 millimetre of fat on him. Looks tremendous, and as he walks off, towards Thailand. That's the first blood theme there. Well, part of it. Right, folks, I'm going to cut this off now because what we don't want to hear is Frank Stallone, which is Sly's brother, singing Peace in Our Life. Oh God. Frank Stallone, who looks a lot like Stallone, like his brother, but has none of the star charisma though. And Sly is still going strong. Man, I love that fella. I love Sylvester Stallone. And Rambo 5 is on its way. Rambo 5. Oh, Kilt-Man'S going to do a lot of coverage on that one. Can't wait, can't wait. And if rumours are true, I'm afraid there won't be any other Rambo movies after it, because he wants to write the character off now. Famously, Rambo died in David Morrell's original book, First Blood. Rambo dies at the end of that, as does Teasle, Sheriff Teasle. But of course, the film was such a big slam bang success, they couldn't do that. I mean, you've all seen the deleted scenes where he does die. He goes for the gun, and has Troutman shoot him. Obviously, that didn't work out, and the series went on. And David Morrell then had to, bring his character back to life, because he wrote the novelizations of First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3. And awesome reads they are too. So anyway, folks, for the time being, now I've rejuvenated myself after last night's craziness and, depravity and debauchery. It's whiskey for you. I feel awakened. So, more stuff coming later today. But in the meantime, I'm going to see you guys all later. Murdoch, I'm coming to get you. But I'll do it later. Bye.